Hey guys, welcome back. On this episode of ProNoobRC, Jesse and myself got our hands on the all-new 1/24th scale Trailfinder 2 from RC4WD Drive. Now you can see there is 3 trucks, but we didn't have enough money to buy 3 and we only need 2 for Jesse and I, so we picked up a blue one and a red one, and there is a few differences in the truck, mainly obviously the body and the wheel color, and so far that's about it. But we happen to notice this fancy little tag right here that says limited time engagement on the front. We scanned it with our smartphone and it told us this truck comes with an N30 motor, free upgrade for a limited time. Now I'm not sure why they all didn't come with that. This one doesn't have the tag on it, but we're gonna open that up and find out if it has inside. So we'll start with Jesse's since it has the tag. We'll pull the motor and then we'll go back into the blue one and we'll check that out really quick. And then we'll get the batteries charged, toss some batteries in the remotes, and get these guys out on our scale little mountain.
Cabin scene or something on there.
That's cool. Little cabin scene in the box, fancy. I guess you could cut that out, put on the shelf as a backdrop or something. Kind of cool. Everybody's kind of running away with that. I like it. Now he has a big, dirty, greasy zip tie in the middle, so we want to get that out of there with the least amount of drama. Got little scale turds on it.
Oh yeah.
Little rocks and sticks on there, I guess. Rocks and logs.
Paint them up and stuff.
Yeah. Pretty cool. Okay, we'll start with the truck first before we go into the box of goodies that comes with it. You can see it is a hard body to start with. Very nice plastic. It's not flimsy. It's not thin. It's pretty beefy, and it's not really overly heavy. I can grab a scale. You can find enough of a hard surface here, we can weigh that for you. So the body is 58 grams and the truck itself is 124 with a combined weight of 182 roughly. Not saying this scale is 100% perfect. There is variances in there. So factory, it is pre-built as a right-hand drive truck. Nothing wrong with that. It does have a full interior, the full bench seat, the dash, the steering wheel, all that, which is nice. And it isn't glued in. It is only screwed in, so we can pull that out and we can paint that up and detail it up like we like to do and make it look really good. We didn't really care what color we got because we're going to paint them and throw some lights and LEDs. The body is pre-drilled for LEDs, so that's going to make it really nice. And you can actually put little fog lights in the bumper and get this thing just popping with all the LEDs in there. It's going to look really good. Nice paint job. It's going to look fantastic. The chassis is your standard TVP, as I like to call them, twin vertical plate. They're just aluminum, not a U-channel or C-channel frame. They're just aluminum machined out straight piece, just like a TF2. They have no step in like your SCX24 has. Very little bit, but still has a little bit on the SX24 where it steps in a pinch, I think. Doesn't it? Yes. Yeah, a little bit. So, size comparison to your SCX24. Wheelbase is pretty close, but those wheels are pretty small compared to them. With the body on them, very small. But it is a hard body, and we're huge hard body fans, and it's going to look so good once we get them done. Yeah, so we just got back off the side here, go back into here. So it's got the Twister 5-gram servo from RC4WD Drive. They use the Twister brand servos in a lot of the products. And this is the XR2 Ultimate ESC and receiver combo that goes with the radio that will pull out of the box. Now I don't know how about the feel of drag brake or anything on there until we get into it. And on the frame, I'm noticing they have different wheelbase positions marked out. I guess they're going to be doing different bodies or such. They have 115, 120, and 125 marked out on the side for different link positions. So that's cool. The axles are the scale D44. Yeah, they're the 124 D44 axle, and they're a non-worm gear axle, which is nice to see. But they've picked up the extra gearing with the gearbox, like a winch gear style transmission. I don't know if you guys seen the replacement winch motors. They got that little gearbox that goes on the end of the motor, then that goes into the transmission. Who else has used these transmissions? So Orlando uses this style of transmission in their 132nd vehicles, and it works fantastic. This vehicle, from what we have seen, is very slow, but apparently Jesse's comes with an upgraded motor, so we're going to get into that and check that out, and then we'll check mine, see what it comes with. So inside your box of goodies, or your little ramp here they've given you. There is that N30 micro motor from RC4WD, a nice little limited time gift that they've thrown in there. And I'm hoping both trucks have that, because it would suck to have to buy one for one and not one for the other, but hey, it's like a gamble sometimes, I guess, right? And you also get your RC4WD throwaway AA batteries. You get some replacement Velcro for the body as it's Velcroed on, and then you get it 3 or 4 sets of, yeah, 1, 2, 3 sets of stickers to put on your mirrors on the truck. So that's pretty cool. They do fall off. These are, well, these are plastic, so those will hold up pretty good. I know the rubber ones, they do fall off quite a bit. And then you get your little balance charger for your LiPo battery, and then you get a 320 mAh 2S LiPo battery to go with the balance charger, but we have a different charger for that. So, and then yeah, your awesome little decal sheet that's got all types of different Toyota themed designs, so you can kind of do whichever kind of era, kind of decal design you're after, whatever you want to call that. That's pretty cool, because we're going to incorporate that with our paint jobs and make them look really good. And then you get, of course, a manual, and true to the form, they start out with the bind instructions, which is nice, some safety stuff, and what the truck is designed to set and run on. If you're using everything that came in the box, you shouldn't have to worry about that. There is a bind sequence here if it's not done from the factory, which it should be, but there is always a chance it was missed. And then just your basic steering and your trims and your forward and reverse. I haven't looked at the remote yet, but I believe it is only a 2-channel, but they like to give out 3 channels. Well, it's got a knob that says ATV on it. Now I gotta go back and figure out what that is, because that sounds like fun. ATV is your, what they would normally call on normal radios, your drive rate or your dual rate, your D/R. I don't know why they've called it your ATV. I don't know what they've called that on there for, but yeah, that's fine. That works out good. Everything in here is super simple, really nice, big pictures, super easy to read. And they actually give you some instructions on how to install those different decal packages in case you're not a Toyota aficionado. Like this one, I wouldn't have figured out on my own. So right there, that's very helpful. I appreciate that. Thank you for that, RC4WD. And yeah, besides that, huge pack of silica gel that we don't need, and we're good to go. So that it covers everything in the McPherson rig. We're gonna pull open. Oh, don't land on the 6x6. Oh, jeez. Oh, this one got open backwards. What are the tires? Are they little Mickey Thompsons? Oh yeah, and the wheels on these are 0.7 inch, very tiny, and the tires on them, I think overall are, yeah, 1.5 tires, tiny Timmys. Yeah, tiny, tiny, tiny. So yeah, you get 2 little Velcro pads right here, and well, that is actually supposed to be stuck to the truck. That's the double-sided tape there. So let's Oh, it's got alignment pins. There's alignment pins that fit into the holes on either side of the Velcro. You see these little alignment pins and they drop into these little holes on the body mount. So that's actually really nice. Yeah. Takes out a bit of the guesswork. Okay, so there's those little alignment tabs in the Velcro strip. You kind of have to take a second to make sure you get them lined up. But once you get them in there, it's actually a pretty nice fit. I got no complaint. The body stays on decently. It does line up nice with the wheel wells. In the box, all the trucks, for some reason, the way the packaging was, it pushed the top of the cab back and they looked funny. So don't look at it and think there's something wrong with it. This is proof here that they fit nicely. So let's see if we got that special edition motor like Jesse did. Yeah, we got the Micro N30 motor for it. So we can swap that out. Looks like they gave me more Velcro in there. It's like 4 pieces of Velcro and a zip tie. Might be for mounting it. And of course, we also have the Ultimate Radio System XR2. That big old boy. And then the same package as the other one. We'll get rid of this chunk. We are gonna go and put these batteries on charge for these trucks, and we're gonna go clean off our scale mountain. We got a little bit of dusting to do. We have not been out on the scale mountain since last year, you guys. So expect to see lots of videos coming up on there. Both these trucks are gonna go under the knife or the paintbrush or both this week. There's a few suspension mods we already want to do. There's not enough, like the suspension's there, but it's pretty minor. So we're gonna see if we could get some mods into those shocks, take away some of the shock body or something, get a little bit more travel out of them. Okay, so we got both the trucks, we got both those fancy micro motors in the back. Remember, those motors are limited time edition only, so try to get them. They're probably only going to come on the first run. I don't know, don't hold me to that, but run out, grab one of these. See our friends over at Eliminator RC, Winnipeg, Manitoba. Remember to use our promo code and get 15% off on your orders that you ship out. So yeah, we're going to get these guys lined up. We'll do some crawling on our scale mountain. We haven't had the scale mountain open this year. So we'll go put these guys out there. We'll run them with a couple of our built other Toyotas we have and our Jeep and such like that. And go have some fun. Obviously, these aren't going to hold up to this bad boy. This is a fully built SCX24. It's a thing of beauty right here. Oh, it's so pretty. And this guy, well, he's just a trail rig, but he's obviously got a lot of brass and beef. But these are designed pretty well, and they're super light. They got good tires, and the course isn't crazy. So I think we're going to be able to have a lot of fun. So stay tuned. In the next 30 seconds, we'll see you guys out on the scale mountain. Okay, guys, we're just going to actually throw the batteries in it and go for a little boot. But we're kind of noticing that some of the shock balls are a little bit tight on the pins. Now, one thing like this one here, see the shock, like it's really tight on the ball. It doesn't want to pivot nicely. So that's not going to give you good travel. Now, super simple fix. A lot of you guys might not know this if you're not into the micro scene or if you haven't built a D or Z or anything like that. All you need to do is take a pair of needle nose pliers and kind of get on the bottom side of the ball and give the plastic a little pinch, and that will kind of push the plastic up around the ball. And look at, now you can see that's nice and loose on there. So if you have any tight links or balls on your micros, just give it a little pinch, and that will stretch open the plastic, and that will get everything working as it should with a lot less binding. I think Jesse's was having some bind issues. Super tight, this one. It doesn't even move. So we're going to give it a quick pinch. And now it moves, and look at that. So little bit of tuning goes a long way. If any of you guys are into the Atomic DRZ drift cars, you'll know this from the tutorial videos on doing that, how to massage your balls. I know it sounds funny, but that's just what it is. So you're gonna want to go through, just kind of do all of them, get that little pinch up, and you can kind of go around. You can work the ball until it's happy. And if I say ball one more time, I think we're gonna get demonetized. So ball. So look at that. Nice and buttery, all nice and smooth now. You could do the same if you have any tight links, but we actually didn't find any on the links. It was just on the upper shocks for some reason. The bottom seemed to be good, but we're going to go through and do all the shock links actually. They're all a little bit tight. So, and you just want to visually move around, not visually, but just move with your finger, make sure everything is jiving in there. And now it's much better. Little pro tip from ProNoobRC, guys, how to massage your balls. Okay, so we had the trucks out on the scale mountain. We got in the back. We had a lot of fun. As you can see, the bodies were falling off left, right, and center. Now, inside that extra motor, that N30 motor that they gave us, Jesse and I swapped those and put them in the truck. We did not drive them with the N6 motor. We had watched a few videos on YouTube of a couple of YouTubers that had them early, and they seemed very, very slow, so we figured that's why they sent the N30 motor. They did their testing for them. They reported back, said they needed a hotter motor, so they threw the N30 in it, and the trucks performed great. They were a little bit kind of spunky, kind of hard to say, but like they kind of load up and go. They didn't have enough torque, but we do have a bunch of different transmissions because they're just the gear. It's just a little gearbox that goes inside your scale winch. Like I said earlier, the Orlando uses them for the motor and transmission. But we have them in all different ratios from 1,000 all the way up to, I think, 15 or 18,000 or something like that. So tomorrow I'm going to spend some time and I'm going to swap transmissions until I find a happy medium where I can actually slow the truck down a little bit and get a little bit more motor torque out of it, and she's going to be cherry there. Now for crawling capability, it's just like wheeling a TF2. They're a little bit more tippy than everybody else out there, but they're not designed to be a rock crawler. It is a scale truck. So everybody kind of mixes that up. They go run out, they get a TF2, and they're like, oh, it sucks for rock crawling. And I'm like, well, it is a scale truck. It is not a rock crawler. So this is kind of more aimed at cruising around trails and such like that. So Jesse and I are going to do some work to aim this a little bit more into the rock crawler direction like you kind of do when you get a TF2. So that should be a lot of fun. The wheels and tires, fantastic out of the gate. We had a lot of fun. They worked great in the back mountain. Or a little scale mount we got there. Now let's give it a quick review. A couple things. We'll start with the things we did not like on the truck. The steering. Everybody needs to know the steering on this truck is not that great. But if you've had a TF2 before, you'll understand the steering is not that great. They turn, it's good enough. They change direction, that's steering as far as they're concerned. You're not going to see the high steering angle like you do on some other trucks. But once again, they're not aimed at being a competition rock crawler, they're aimed at being a trail truck, so it works, it works. The Velcro that came on the truck was this really junky kind of felt stuff. They do send you 2 other strips in with the stickers for the mirrors, but don't use that. Inside the motor bag, they actually give you regular Velcro cut to the same dimensions that you can fit in there, and then you can actually pick up the truck without the body falling off. We had nothing but the body falling off on the stock Velcro, so we put that on both the trucks now, and that's going to be a lot better. So, well, that ends what we didn't like on the truck. So Velcro, that's an easy fix, and the steering, we're going to work on that, and we'll fill you guys in what we come up with. Yeah, so pretty much I think that's going to bring it to the end of the video for today. I need to do some homework on both these trucks and figure out a good gearbox that works. I'm just going to start at 1,000 and go all the way up. The problem with these gearboxes that are in there, they're not stamped in any which way, and I couldn't sit there and count the teeth and do the math to figure out the ratios are, so we need to just start at 1,000, work our way up, and to see what's going to work best with the trucks. We still have good torque, good wheel speed, and a good mix. Right now, we got a little bit too much wheel speed and not enough torque. The trucks are a little bit wind up and launch. You'll see it in the video, and that's hard to crawl with because you're blowing the tires off and spinning all the time, right? So stay tuned. We're going to be back here. It's micro season, so we're going to get the SCX24s and the Mini Z Coyote Show 4-wheel drives rolling. There's a bunch of short videos coming up starting after you guys watch this video. I'll be dumping a bunch out there of these guys and some work and the micros just to get our YouTube shorts up. Yeah, so if you guys are looking to get one of these, hit up our friends at Eliminator RC, Winnipeg, Manitoba. Use promo code ProNoobRC on checkout to save yourself 15% on shipped orders only. They also have a promo code since the truck is over $200. Check the top of their website and they'll give you $20 off for orders over $200. The price point on this truck in Canada came out to $265 ready to run with everything you need in the bag, plus the spare motor and so pretty decent. It's a hard body with a full interior. It's got wipers, full lights, full markers, everything. You kind of pay for what you get for. We were hoping it was going to fall under the $200 mark, but It's a little bit higher than that, but yeah. Go check them out, guys. They're fantastic. Very cool trucks. If you're looking to get into something a little bit more aggressive and like tackle the mountain we were crawling on, then go pick up an SDX24. Don't mix up scale trail truck and rock crawler. See you on the next one.